everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We're so grateful for your time and interest this afternoon. I'm Emily Eddy White. I'm the Director of Advancement and Culture at the Food Group. We're a local nonprofit and a partner of CVC. And I'm also on the board of directors for CVC. And CVC, for those of us that aren't as familiar, is a network of corporate and nonprofit partners that promote volunteerism throughout our community. And we're excited to host a CVC program today featuring our nonprofit partners. Special thanks to Barb Shimshak with Feed My Starving Children and Kelly Bukowski with Land O'Lakes for also coordinating this event. So we have 11 nonprofit partners sharing today. Each will have time to share a brief overview. So that's the speed part of the overviews. And nonprofit partners, we will be timing just so we can stay on track because there's 11 partners and we want to make sure we get through everyone. So you may hear from Kelly, who's going to be timekeeping. And then also nonprofit partners, we're going to have you share your screen too. So you'll have access to share your screen if you want to share a PowerPoint or any visuals during your update. So you should have permission to do that. And then after we go through the speed round, everyone will have the opportunity to join a break room to learn more and go a little bit deeper with Q&A with nonprofits, and you'll be able to choose between a few breakouts. And then last thing, if everyone can update your name so that it indicates who you are and the organization that you're with, that would be great. So yeah, thanks again for being here. We're really grateful. And we are going to have ARC kick us off, followed by SEEP.
Sorry about that. I forgot to unmic myself instead of putting my screen share up first. So I am Michelle Thyssen. I am with the ARC Minnesota, and we have a vision that all people with disabilities are celebrated and are respected for their strength, wisdom, and capacity, and that they are recognized as being powerful individuals, and that their accomplishments are not despite their disabilities, but because of their disabilities. And one of the things that we are looking for as far as some volunteer opportunities go is we are operating mostly on a remote status, as are a lot of organizations, but we also own and operate 3 thrift stores called ARC's Value Village. They are thrift stores that accept donations from the community. We sell those donations to the general public, and they allow us to provide advocacy services and a help desk to people with disabilities across the state of Minnesota. We have a unique opportunity between now and mid-December called Merry Thriftmas. It's a play on the holidays, obviously, and we are looking for volunteers to come in and help set up our Merry Thriftmas shop, as well as make sure that it is replenished throughout the holiday season. And you can sign up directly online. You will be doing very retail-oriented tasks, unpacking donations, sorting them, putting them out on the sales floor, stuff like that. You can do it with friends, you can do it individually, you can do it with your family, and shifts are only 2 to 3 hours in length. So we've tried to really accommodate the current pandemic situation that we are in. And one of the things that we do ask of all of our staff and volunteers is that they either wear a face shield or a face mask. And we purposely have our store set up for social distancing. Even though we've made a lot of strides the last couple of months, we know we still have a ways to go before we are out of this situation. And so I'm trying to keep things very short to give the other organizations plenty of opportunity. And all of the proceeds from the sales of items at our thrift stores go 100% back to our local ARC Minnesota here in the city. So with that, I will finish up and look forward to chatting with some of you in the breakout sessions.
Perfectly done, right on our 3-minute mark. Thank you, thank you. I believe up after Michelle and the ARC is SEEP.
Awesome. I don't have a presentation. I'm Jack Elsness. I'm the Community Engagement Manager here at SEEP. And just a little bit overview. We are a food shelf, we were Meals on Wheels, we're housing assistants. And the way to get involved here is just by simply going online and filling out our form, our volunteer form that we ask you a few basic questions, but basically, if you're working in the food shelf itself, you'll be sorting, packing boxes, working the front desk. If you're with Meals on Wheels, which we're always in need of, especially more than I would say even our food shelf right now, you'll be delivering a meal on your schedule. Given the day of the week, we start delivering meals starting at 10:45 Monday through Friday. And then otherwise, we do have special projects going on right now for the holiday season. Every single Wednesday from 9 to noon or 1 to 4, we have different projects. Building kits, often enough, that's what it is. So we have a lot of different programming revolving around the holiday season and Thanksgiving. So we have baking kits, we have toys, we have hygiene products, probably more within that as well. Otherwise, SEEP is just one of the largest non-borderless food shelves in the state of Minnesota. And so we always have a lot of stuff going on. So I look forward to the breakout rooms, and otherwise I'm done.
Awesome. I'll go next, Kelly, because I know I'm next. I love SEEP. That was my first volunteer experience. So fun that I get to follow you. Cool. As I get my presentation ready. I am Barb. I am with Feed My Starving Children. I know that many of you know about Feed My Starving Children. I hope that I will share something that you possibly don't know. So we are a Christian nonprofit dedicated to providing nutritious meals to kids around the world. And that is the last slide that I will read. We talk about 3 pillars: feeding kids. Those are the meals that you pack in the volunteer room and we send around the world. We talk about feeding spirits. That's spirits from each one of you as you come in and pack with us. And we talk about empowering communities through our marketplace. Our heartache is that 6,200 kids die every day of malnutrition. We feel we have a solution. One solution is the Manapack meal mix that we make. It is scientifically formulated by Minnesota food scientists from Cargill and General Mills, 20 vitamins and minerals. So if this is the only meal the kids are getting that day, they are getting the vitamins that they need. So talking about volunteers, we need you day in and day out. One of the things that I want to share with you is we have 8 permanent sites, 3 in Minnesota, 3 in Illinois, 1 in Dallas, and 1 in Phoenix. We also do mobile pack events. We are doing our Pack at the Park event at Target Field on Monday, December 13th. So reach out if you are looking for sponsorship opportunities or volunteer opportunities. Here's a fun fact. We receive no government funding. We are 100% donor funded. That means people like you help us to do what we do. Last year, we raised $42 million to provide 270 million meals. Then what we do is we donate the meals. We donate them to vetted organizations, mission and humanitarian organizations. They pay the shipping so that they have skin in the game, and then they use it in country. They use it in feeding programs, health clinics, schools, however they see fit. Here's Emma. Emma was 2. Our partner found him in Uganda, obviously severely malnourished. He was being provided for by his 10-year-old brother. Here is Emma. Emma's 5. He's been eating Manapack and is a part of our food program in Uganda. And so we are so thankful. We hear stories about this day in and day out. We also empower communities. We have a great marketplace if you are looking for corporate gifts at this time of the year. And then one other highlight, we delivered more than 99% of the meals that we intended to their destinations. So we work in amazingly challenging destinations, and our food is getting to where we intend it. How can you help us? Pray. Volunteer again if you've been with us before, and donate. And that is it. How'd I do on time, Kelly?
Oh my gosh, Barb, you must have practiced. You were down
Awesome.
to the final 5 seconds on that one.
Woohoo!
I love it. Thanks so much for sharing, Barb. And I believe from there we are going to our other co-presenter, Emily, with the food group.
Great. Sorry, I'm sharing. All right, can you see my screen? Is it working?
Yes, we can see it.
You're good.
Okay. For some reason, I can't move my slides though. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm gonna try it again. Sorry. I'm one of the hosts and it's not working.
Emily, hit share PowerPoint or share slideshow, I think is the trick.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. Can we skip to the next hammer? Is that okay?
Yep, absolutely. Not to put you on the spot, Kathy, but we'll get, I know you are up. Looks like you're able to share. And so with that, Kathy, I will let you kick things off.
Are you able to see my slide?
You betcha.
Okay, great. I'm Kathy Toma, Director of Volunteer Resources at Hammer Residences. Our mission is supporting individuals with developmental disabilities, living life to the fullest in residential settings. So we have 36 group homes and apartment programs in the northwest suburbs. Our administrative offices are in Wayzata. We are going to celebrate our 100th anniversary in 2023, and we started as a school for people with developmental disabilities and then have grown into residential settings. Last year, we actually acquired Northeast Residents, and they are, as they say in St. Paul, in the Northeast with an additional 25 homes. So we are starting to expand our volunteer program into NER, and in about a year, we will actually be covered under one umbrella as one organization. Volunteers really impact our mission because the way to have a full life is to have a friend or a buddy or unpaid people in someone's life, just like it is for the rest of us. And so we have a variety of opportunities, and we of course are happy to work with you on your own ideas, your own gifts and skills that you bring to the table. One of the probably most important volunteer role is our one-on-one buddy role. We match you an individual based with another individual based on your hobbies, skills, abilities. We have you located close so you don't have a big commute. And then we work on your schedule. It's pretty flexible on times to meet with that person, take them out into the community. We're very COVID aware, so we do have some protocols in place. But we're still able to get people out and about. We have a separate component called Hammer Travel. So if you're a traveler and you would like to volunteer on one of our trips, we go to Hawaii and Alaska and Jamaica and London. We are looking for people who are willing to go. The trip is paid for, food is paid for, but you have to stay with a group and help assist during those trips. Other opportunities for families or groups and organizations is to adopt one of our homes and engage with the people there, help with fall cleanup, do arts and crafts, kind of anything you can think of. We have an annual fall and spring yard cleanup at our homes. So organizations, it's usually a teaming event. They come in for 3 hours, leave for lunch or go to happy hour when that was a thing. And if you have a dog or a pet, we use those for pet therapy at the homes, music therapy if you play an instrument or a child plays an instrument. We love to have them come in and play for us. And then we have a big community life group. So there's bingo. We had volunteers in for our haunted house. We're going to need people to help deliver Thanksgiving meals to our homes and do some cookie baking for that as well. And then we always have special events during the year. And that's an overview of what we do. We appreciate your time, and I look forward to talking to you at our breakout session.
Lovely. Thanks so much, Kathy. That was awesome. I love the practice we've done, nonprofit. This is going smoothly. Perfect. Okay, we are going to continue from Hammer over to Open Arms of Minnesota.
Hi, everyone. This is Megan from Open Arms, where we are celebrating our 35th year of service. and cooking and delivering healthy meals for individuals living with life-threatening illnesses. I'm just trying to share my screen as we go through here. Can you see my screen okay? Great. So oftentimes we say it's really hard to wrap your mind around the work that we do here at Open Arms unless you're here in our space. So I just wanted to share just a really short video. And actually, I'm going to stop sharing because I never shared the sound, and that I know is going to cause an issue. I apologize for that. Okay, here we go. Hopefully, a little prayer. And this will hopefully give you a little insight into what's happening here at our South Minneapolis location. Is this sound not working? No. You know what? That's all right. I'm just going to let some of these beautiful photos go, and we'll just talk a little bit about what we do here. So we are cooking and delivering medically tailored meals that are designed to provide the nutritional support that individuals with life-threatening illnesses really need in order to be healthy and heal. And so we are supporting not only someone who is living with a life-threatening illness like cancer, kidney disease, a number of cardiac conditions, but we're also delivering meals out to their caregivers and their children. And so right now, we are delivering approximately 19,000 meals each week out to the homes of individuals who are having a hard time cooking for themselves and their families. And so we utilize volunteers in every aspect of our mission, from helping us grow vegetables, harvest them, chop them up in our kitchen, package them, package meals, and then deliver them out to our clients who are living not only throughout the Twin Cities, but we're also shipping to communities in rural Minnesota as well right now. One of our most urgent needs is that we are really in desperate need of some volunteer support. This is an exciting month here at Open Arms. We are cooking Thanksgiving feasts that will be delivered out to our clients along with their weekly meal deliveries here in the next couple of weeks. And so we are really needing some support, not only in our kitchen, cooking those meals, but also some support with delivering meals out to clients throughout the Twin Cities area. We've been really fortunate to have some great corporate partners who have come in and helped us not only organize group experiences in our kitchen, but have also adopted delivery shifts throughout the Twin Cities area and helped us grow our reach. And so we would love to explore some opportunities to continue to build those partnerships with you. And I'm excited to share a bit more in the breakout session when we get there. So I'll just stop my share here, and we'll let the next organization share their mission as well. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Megan. Sorry the video didn't work, but you wrapped everything up so nicely there. So thanks for sharing. And from Open Arms, we are going to jump over to People Serving People.
Hi all, thanks so much for having me. My name is Hallie Norman. I'm the volunteer coordinator at People Serving People. I do just want to acknowledge that I'm in our main office, so if there's some background noise, I very much apologize. But I'm really excited to be talking with you guys today. I don't have a presentation, so I'll just run over a few little intro facts about our organization. But People Serving People is the largest and most comprehensive emergency shelter for families experiencing homelessness in Minnesota, and is a dedicated leader in homelessness prevention. And our mission and all of our work that we do is that we exist to see families thrive. The shelter was originally founded in 1982, at that time to serve single men experiencing chemical dependency and mental health issues. But as we've seen the need for shelter evolve over the last almost 40 years at this point, we've worked to evolve with it and ensure that we can meet the needs as they arise. And so now that means that we focus on serving children and families with 99 hotel-style emergency shelter housing units for children and families experiencing homelessness, as well as 10 long-term supportive housing units that are more apartment style. And so today, besides just the shelter rooms and the supportive housing units, We do also provide a whole range of programs to ensure our families are supported throughout their time here with us, and that includes 3 meals a day, diapers, other basic necessities, all provided free of charge, as well as our advocacy, early childhood development, financial fitness, and K-12 education programs. So supporting families to make sure that they have the financial information that they need, the educational support that they need, the case management support that they need, all throughout the whole time that they are with us. Pre-COVID, we typically welcomed over 6,000 volunteers annually. And as I'm sure many of you can appreciate, we've had to scale that back a lot in the last over a year and a half at this point, but are working to continue to find ways that our community members can stay involved with our families and supporting our families and the work of the organization. So right now, that means we have 2 main programs: our meal delivery program, where volunteers go door to door, working with our staff and teams to make sure that fresh hot meals are delivered to families in their rooms to maintain COVID safety while ensuring people can eat well. And then the other is volunteering with our early childhood development program, working with our littlest kiddos here at the shelter, so our infants, toddlers, and preschoolers. And that is our newest program that we are restarting with COVID. We would definitely be really excited to have folks. Meal delivery in particular is a great opportunity for flexible schedules because we've got lots of time options available. And I would love to chat with folks who are interested more about any questions. And my contact info, I think, is on the contact info sheet. That is the best way to get signed up for opportunities at this point.
Awesome. Thank you, Hallie. And just to point out that something Hallie noticed or mentioned, and so did our CVC contact, but we will be, oops, my timer, you made it within the time. We will be sending out contact information from all the volunteer program managers that are speaking today. So just rest assured that will be in a follow-up so you can connect with folks if you are interested in learning a little bit more after today. So with that, I am going to bop it over to Nicole with Prepare and Prosper.
Hello, I am sharing my screen. All right. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Nicole Laumer, and I'm the Volunteer Resources Manager at Prepare and Prosper. Prepare and Prosper is known in the community as the financial wellness nonprofit, as we support low and mid-income families with a variety of services, including free tax preparation, financial coaching, and low barrier financial products. We are currently recruiting volunteers to support our 2022 tax clinics. Last year, we served 8,500 taxpayers, and they received $16.7 million in refunds. So we have a very strong hand in the community. This year, we have 5 different volunteering roles needed to have successful tax clinics. 3 of these roles are in person, and there's COVID safety measures in place, and 2 are virtual roles. So, if people want to be in person, that's great. If they want to be virtual, that's great as well. Not all these roles require tax experience. In fact, some require no experience at all, while others allow you to really delve deep into tax and become tax certified through the IRS and potentially complete any, continuing education credits you may need. All volunteers commit to 1 shift per week throughout the tax season. As you can see, the tax season is January 28th through April 15th. Shifts are 2 to 4 hours, depending on the role that you choose. And there are many shift time options from evening, weekday to weekend. Because shifts are the same day and time, you're with the same group of people every single shift throughout tax season. So you really get to grow that community that you're with. The next step for anyone interested is to attend one of our no strings attached information sessions that will give you all this information and more in greater detail. They can sign up for that at our website, prepareandprosper.org, or send me an email. If they decide to move forward, training is December and January, and tax season begins on the 28th. We have between 400 and 500 volunteers every season to serve that many taxpayers. We have 9 sites, 9 in-person sites for customers. So we are really all over the Twin Cities, and we're in a couple suburbs. Our volunteers love us. As you can see, 26% of our volunteers have volunteered 5 or more years. So when people stay because they see the impact they make, they help put money back in the pockets of community members, and they really feel the passion of everyone who works here with us. So that is Prepare and Prosper in our volunteering roles.
Lovely. Thanks so much, Nicole. And with that, we will pop over to Elizabeth with Propel.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Apple from Propel, and I am here with my colleague Abby Frank Taylor. We're going to kind of tag team this. Propel is a kind of interesting organization with some non-traditional volunteer opportunities. So Propel is a capacity building nonprofit. So we support nonprofits around governance, finance, and strategy. And one of those things that we recognize is the need for great board members for nonprofits to be impactful and well run. So what we really have is a chance to be a board member with nonprofits through our board connector program. So we can connect you to nonprofits across the Twin Cities who are serving in many different ways, many different types of nonprofits. These are all like governance boards. So these are not really working boards. So you're probably not doing the day-to-day operations of the organization. They're for the most part between 500,000 to $3 to $5 million organizations. So in that range. And they're in the Twin Cities. So Abby is going to give you a little tour of the website where you can do that board connecting, so you can fill out your application to become a board member.
Great. Hi, everybody. My name is Abby. I'm the Senior Program Associate on the training team here at Propel. And so here is our Board Connector website. If you just go to our website, you'll find it under Services, and then you click Join a Board. And the first thing to note is right up here at the top, you can click to fill out the board service application. That is, if you're interested in joining a board, that's what we ask you to fill out to get entered into the program. We recommend being as specific as possible with the nonprofit, or with what kind of nonprofit organization you're looking to support and what skills you have to offer, because that makes it easier for Elizabeth and I to find a really good match for you. So you'll just fill out that application and you join our pool of volunteers. If you're really eager to find a board right away, you can scroll down and see all of the organizations that are looking for board members right now through our Board Connector program. And you can filter that through fields of service or through the skills that you have to offer, and you can find what nonprofit organizations are looking for that specific skill set. Otherwise, you just sort of live in our volunteer pool, and Elizabeth and I try to connect you as quickly as we can to an organization you'd really make an impact with. So I think that's it for us.
Yep.
Thanks, everybody.
Perfect. Thanks, Elizabeth and Abby. Appreciate it. With that, we are jumping over to Haley with Salvation Army.
Hey, everybody. I just want to share a little bit about what's going on with your local Salvation Army and the ways that you can get involved this upcoming holiday season. So for those of you who don't know, Salvation Army, we are 165 years old. Our division services Minnesota, North Dakota, and we service every zip code in that 2-state region. So we really try as an organization to meet human needs without discrimination. And that is the core of our mission statement. It's been our mission statement for the last 165 years. And what that means is we focus on local needs, whatever they may be. So all the services of the Salvation Army may look different depending on the community you're in. But here locally in the Twin Cities, we focus on 3 main areas. So that's food, shelter, and care. We operate 9 food shelves here locally in the Twin Cities. We have daily meal service at a variety of our sites and food distributions. We have both emergency shelter for both adults and teenagers across the Twin Cities, and then a variety of different types of housing models. So permanent supportive housing, some other types of temporary housing and sheltering as well. And then we run a variety of other types of programming. So youth programming, we will be there if there is a disaster that occurs locally or anywhere in the nation. We have teams of people that get deployed to help with disaster response. We work with addiction recovery. And so it's a wide breadth of services. Around this time of year, we have the need for volunteers in 3 main areas. So around Christmas time, we will work with 8,000 families to provide toys for kids who are in need of them during the Christmas season. We operate large-scale toy distributions across the metro. So we have 3 different locations this year. They operate between December 14th and 18th, so in the weeks leading up to Christmas. and we need hundreds of volunteers to help us pull this off. So we will be doing a drive-through model this year. This is a good individual or small group activity. If your companies are open to any sort of group opportunity, this would be a great one to plug into. We also, in order to pull off all of the work that we do, obviously need funds to be able to do that. So between November 12th and December 24th, you may see us out with red kettles ringing bells across the metro. We're at over 200 locations, and we have about 25,000 hours to, or need 25,000 hours to fill for volunteerism. So this is another great way to get involved with your family or small groups of people to help us fundraise to meet the needs in the community that we are trying to address. This can also be a great opportunity to do socially distanced volunteering across teams. So I always recommend, picking up a bunch of different spots and then seeing who on your team can raise the most funds at these different locations. So it can be a fun way to get in the holiday spirit. And then finally, kind of similar to Propel, but a little different twist on it, we are launching a young professionals board with the Salvation Army. So that will focus on volunteering and fundraising and networking and professional development for these young leaders. And so we're looking for young talent who is interested in leadership development opportunities to get involved on it's kind of a junior board level.
Haley, hate to cut you off, but we've hit our 3 minutes. So
I can't
sorry.
believe it. Wow. Okay, that was it. 3
That's
opportunities.
okay. If anyone has questions, Haley will be in a breakout room, so you'll be able to go in and learn more about the Young Professionals Network as well. So we have 2 more nonprofits before we are going to jump into our breakout rooms. So we will go with Second Harvest Heartland, and then Emily, you're back up with Food Group. So first, Second Harvest Heartland.
Hi, everybody. I'm Beth. I'm on the volunteer engagement team at Second Harvest Heartland. I'm going to go ahead and try and share my little PowerPoint here and hope for the best. Hopefully that's working. Wonderful. So here at Second Harvest Heartland, we work to end hunger through partnerships. Well, what that means for us is, as one of the largest hunger relief organizations, everything we achieve is in partnership. So we work with a network of 360 food shelves and nearly 1,000 partner programs, and we support those in our region facing hunger today. So not only that, we're also working with programs like SNAP, school meals, senior nutrition programs, and in areas where we can innovate like Food RX and our Minnesota Central Kitchen. Well, we could do none of this without the power of our volunteers in all different areas that we achieve. So a couple that I'm focusing on are 3 different types of volunteer opportunities. You can find all of them through our volunteer portal, Volunteer Central, and the link is up there. You can find it through our Second Harvest website as well. We list our programs, opportunities, how to engage, and you can complete your registration right through our portal. So 3 of the main ways to engage, one of which is our packing and sorting shifts at both our Brooklyn Park and Maplewood facilities. These are wonderful opportunities for both groups and individuals. At our Brooklyn Park location, we can host up to 40 volunteers at a time. All sorts of different groups love to come and contribute and have that direct impact that day. Our schedule is posted and up to date through the end of January right now, so definitely room for holiday team building or time with family, friends, and you can reach out to volunteer@2harvest.org with any questions, or again, that portal has all the information you need. Some of our other opportunities are through ongoing roles. So these are opportunities for folks looking to make a commitment to a volunteer role that might occur on a weekly or monthly basis. Some of these opportunities include donor appreciation, administrative support, food distribution, delivery, and other types of direct service. And then finally, we do have opportunities for folks to use their professional skill set and expertise by engaging in a pro bono project. So these are generally short-term projects that involve research, data analysis, and partnering with our different teams across the organization. So some examples in the past have included creating satisfaction survey for volunteers, developing a pilot program for new distribution models, designing and implementing data analytics tools. So definitely wonderful opportunities for those skill sets. And we would love to partner with you all to build our network of pro bono professionals to leverage in the future should projects come up. So that's it for me. Looking forward to further conversations, and thanks so much for your time.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And our final organization is going back to Emily at the food group. So take it away, Emily.
Yes, thanks. My PowerPoint froze earlier, so thanks for your understanding and your grace. Okay, can you see it now? All right, so I'm going to be sharing about the food group. Our mission is to fight hunger and nourish the community. We've been around for over 45 years as an organization, and our work focuses on the intersection of food access, equity, and nutrition, and we reach over 30 counties in Minnesota and Western Wisconsin. Our work centers on the values of nutrition, local foods, equity, community voice, and systems change. What we're seeing in the community right now, so with the onset of the pandemic, we really saw the need skyrocket as a ripple effect from the pandemic. And we're still seeing the need remain at really heightened and high levels, especially going now into the winter. And an additional factor that we're seeing that's impacting people in the community is increased cost of food right now is not allowing people's budgets to stretch as far. But there's still, you know, long-standing impacts from the pandemic, unfortunately. What we do at the food group, we have 3 core areas of work. Hunger relief, so distributing food, good food to those who need it most. Affordable grocery, so looking at the retail lens to food needs in our community, making sure foods are accessible and affordable. And then we have a farm as well. So thinking about supporting farmers, specifically BIPOC farmers, and a food systems approach. So in our hunger relief work, we have a network of over 270 partners that receive food from us, culturally connected and nutritious. Our affordable grocery programs are Fair for All and Twin Cities Mobile Market. We have 2 buses that are retrofitted and community members can shop on the buses. We go right into neighborhood communities, and Fair for All is a pop-up grocery store. Both of them make 30 stops monthly. And our farm is in Marine on St. Croix. Our warehouse is in New Hope, and our farm is a 150-acre sustainable organic farm that supports BIPOC farmers in launching their own farming businesses. And we also source from those farmers for our programming. So we've had to really ramp up over the last couple of years, food distribution more than ever, more culturally connected foods, that's at our core, as well as really focusing on local foods and where we're sourcing and who we're supporting. And then a lot of new partnerships. So in addition to food shelf and meal program partners, we've had a lot of new emerging partners and outdoor distributions at parks, at clinics, and just non-traditional types of partnerships that have emerged. A little bit about impact, so our network, culturally connected foods, and then this past year, about 10 million meals were distributed. Lots of ways to get involved. We're powered by volunteers and donors. Our volunteer opportunities involve sorting and packing food, helping at food distributions in the community like mobile market. And then we also have a lot of seasonal opportunities, gleaning, food rescue at farmers markets, going out to farms, orchards. Can also donate, coordinate food and cash drive, buy from our farmers at farmers markets, and we have a CSA, support our events and follow us. Thank you.
Awesome, Emily, thanks for sharing. And I think from here, what I'm going to do, that wraps up our speed rounds of our lovely 11 nonprofit partners. I am going to share my screen once again and kind of give you a breakdown of what these breakout sessions are going to look like. So I'm going to pull up the agenda here and go over one. So we have 3 breakout rooms that everyone is going to be able to join. Room number 1, we tried our best to kind of separate these into buckets if we could, but we have a very diverse group of nonprofits here. So bear with us, but you'll be able to choose one of these nonprofit or one of these breakout rooms to jump in and ask further questions, ask what they didn't get to, ask what's available, just ask your questions away. We're going to have about 15 minutes of this. So breakout room number 1, we'll have Second Harvest Heartland, Open Arms Minnesota, the food group, and Feed My Starving Children. We'll have those representatives all together available to ask some questions. Room number 2, we will have SEEP, the Salvation Army, the ARC Minnesota, and People Serving People. And then in breakout room number 3, we will have Propel Nonprofits, Prepare and Prosper, and Hammer Residents. So start thinking which group you want to jump in on. Our friend from CVC helping us with the back end is going to allow you to jump in and choose one of these breakout rooms.
Should be open now.
Okay, lovely.
Kelly, will automatically be moved, right? The nonprofits?
I believe so.
Oh,
Or
nope,
you'll be
I was
asked to,
not going to, but I can do that now.
or you can just choose your own group. That works too. Choose what room you're in. Hammer is in room 3. Prepare and Prosper, you're in 3. Propel's in 3.
There we go. Looks like folks are doing it.
Making some, getting everyone back here, but I will pass it over to Barb, who's going to wrap everything up for us.
Awesome, sounds good. Well, first of all, we just want to thank everybody for spending the last hour with us. There were a few of us that were just really passionate about making sure that the associate members of CVC had an opportunity to share what their volunteer needs are. So thank you for joining us. We will have this as a recording if you want to send to other people. Think of this as kind of like a virtual volunteer fair. We hope that this is the first annual and that we will do this going forward. I also hope that you learned some new things. Either you learned about a new nonprofit and their needs, or you learned about an existing nonprofit that you work with, but you didn't know they did this particular piece. And don't just think of your organization, think of your family's volunteer needs or your neighborhood's volunteer needs. I know there's a few nonprofits that I will be reaching out to for my family's volunteering, so thank you. The other thing that I would like to say is just remember between now and the end of the year, it's really busy at nonprofits. Everybody is being philanthropic and volunteering, and we love that. But please don't forget about us in January and the rest of the months up until year end again next year. The need is year round for every single one of these nonprofits. Take a picture of this screen that we have up. This is the best way to reach out to somebody if you have a question, a comment, or concern. And I think that is it. Once again, we just want to say thank you, and we hope that you have a great day. Kelly, Emily, anything that I forgot before we wrap up?
No, that's great. We so appreciate everyone's time and interest. Thanks for tuning in and sharing your lunch with us.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.